Boris warned to pack his bags as interim agreement on NE protocol piss off a lot of Brexiteers. Boris Johnson's admission that he would be willing to accept an interim agreement on the Northern Ireland Protocol has triggered an angry reaction, people, with one suggesting it is time to pack his bags. The Prime Minister confirmed he would be willing to accept a temporary deal on the issue, centred on the dispute over the mechanism for preventing a hard border on the island of Ireland, in a letter to constituent Dr. Timothy Bradshaw. Mr. Johnson's letter followed similar remarks by Lord David Frost last week, but it arrived after the Brexit minister quit his cabinet role, with his brief passing to Foreign Secretary Liz Truss. And plenty of readers suggested the Tory MP for South West Norfolk should replace the current occupant of number 10 sooner rather than later. Referring to Mr. Johnson's predecessor, one reader, Harburn, commented, "Not one jot better than May, perhaps they should have read the small print." If Brexit wasn't a disaster, the Prime Minister and Remain politicians have turned it into one. They are an embarrassment to the hard-working British taxpayer, and the Conservatives will pay at the next election. Wildfilly added, governance over Northern Ireland to be handed to the European Union. So the UK will just consist in future of England, Wales, and Scotland. If that's not a cave, I don't know what would be. It was clear that once Frost left, just a matter of time before NE was thrown under the bus. John Paul simply observed, "Start packing, Boris." Meanwhile, reader PT19 suggested the Tories would pay a heavy price for his remarks. They said, Johnson has lost the next election then. The Unionists will have to do the job for him in Northern Ireland. Far from going down as a Churchill, he will forever be the failure that chickened out and failed to do the job he was given an 80-seat majority to do, namely rid us of the EU politbloc. He'll join the ranks of Blair, Kinnock, Major, and May. Nobody's. Hengist warned, "Betray us, Boris, by caving to the EU on the NE protocol and you will lose my vote next time round. North Shropshire will be but a pale harbinger of what you can expect if you sell Britain out." Dogtag added, "I said from day one that Boris would betray those who thought he would deliver a clean Brexit. Only Nigel Farage would have kept his word. That old saying, you reap what you sow, springs to mind." Another reader, calling themselves Merry Christmas Everybody, said, "The creed of Johnsonism consists only of the promotion of Boris Johnson. He has no core convictions, no ideals, no big ideas. Politics for him is like some glorified Oxford Union debate, a rhetorical exercise. He used to oppose Britain quitting the EU, but backed Brexit in the 2016 referendum because he considered it politically advantageous." Ginny 4444 said, "Boris is fighting a lot of battles. Frankly, I think he's had enough. We need fresh blood. Whether Liz has got what it takes is anybody's guess. The lack of any form of dynamism or basic positivity is depressing." In his letter, Mr. Johnson said, "Our preference would be to reach a comprehensive solution dealing with all the issues. However, given the gravity and urgency of the difficulties, we have been prepared to consider an interim agreement as a first step to deal with the most acute problems, including trade frictions, subsidy control, and governance." He added, "I fully accept that such an agreement would still leave many underlying strains unresolved, for example, those caused by diverging UK and EU rules over time. It would therefore be inherently provisional in nature and would accordingly need to include mechanisms for addressing outstanding issues and resolving new concerns as they arise." A UK government spokesman said, "The protocol is continuing to undermine the Belfast, Good Friday, agreement and we have a responsibility to fix it urgently. As we have said before, it is essential that we resolve the most pressing issues now, the free flow of trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland, subsidy control, and the role of the European Court of Justice." They added, "Even if we reach agreement on the most urgent issues, we would of course still need to agree a long-term arrangement to deal with the full range of issues set out in our command paper. As the Foreign Secretary set out yesterday, our preference is for a negotiated outcome, but we need to pick up the pace of talks in the new year. If solutions cannot be agreed, we will use the Article 16 safeguard mechanism to protect the Belfast, Good Friday, Agreement."